This feels different. I'd maybe naively bought into the triumphant story of lockdown, vaccination, freedom. A comfortable imagined future where we could kiss strangers and forget that interstate borders existed. Some days I even forgot we were in a pandemic. But we're all now feeling the grief of losing that imagined future. And there's an exhaustion, a shift in emotional baselines where overflowing paediatric wards in the US and burning bodies because cemeteries are full is expected rather than exceptional. It's hard to even imagine what next year will look like when this year has turned out so differently from what we expected. And the future is no longer a place that you can pin your hopes on. So instead I hang my hopes on the first brush of a spring sun against my skin, the constancy of friendship, the rosellas that land on my windowsill. The present is enough. It has to be.
What is one thing that is keeping you sane in lockdown?
I'd say going on a walk in the morning.
I've discovered my hobby of candle making.
I've been doing watercolour painting.
Cooking and good food.
Finding any opportunity to just get outside my room has really just kept a balance in my life.
The walks, when we're allowed to do them, are definitely keeping me sane. Being able to just go to the lake is quite nice.
My partner and I have had a lot more date nights since I have a lot more free time now, which has been great.
Trying to move and exercise as much as I can.
But seeing as I have nothing else to do except like study and play video games and cook, it's going pretty well.
Haven't completely lost it yet, which is nice.
How has it impacted your studies, work, and living situation?
I think the biggest impact is having is socially, definitely. Because I find those connections, I like being able to talk to people and just touch people and hug people.
I can't leave anywhere. That's annoying.
It's a lot harder to be motivated, having gone from like a brief period of in-person classes to now having to do that online.
Having to be sitting here studying in my room and also sleeping and also eating has been a bit rough. I don't have a lot of motivations.
Personally, prefer to study in person.
It has been very difficult for me in terms of sort of studying.
Most of the time you feel like you don't have enough motivation to keep studying.
I think having live lectures holds me accountable a lot more.
So just being confined to that space and forcing myself to study is just not ideal for me.
Yeah, I can't study at home. There's too much stuff to distract me.
It's right now currently working from home. It's really good for me because I hate commuting. It just saves a lot of time for me.
If I want to get a park at ANU, I gotta leave the house at 8. But that's not happening anymore because I don't have to be anywhere, so I just sleep in until 9 o'clock.
I definitely won't be able to visit home during mid-sem, which honestly dodged a bit of a bullet there, not gonna lie.
The fact that I can't be with people is definitely taking a toll.
Like I used to go to the gym and have some friends who I could go with. So I'm missing out like that kind of social aspect.
It's a lot different because the whole point of a res hall really is about like being like a community, and now it's very much doesn't feel like that anymore. It's very much like isolated.
Especially when a lot of the SRs and CCs were asked to deliver food, cater to our resis and provide assistance. It sort of blurred the lines between the place I live and also the place I work.
A lot of people I think from overseas would be struggling a lot. They would have zero income and at the same time zero government benefits. Most of us, if we're here, we haven't been home since for 2-3 years, and we haven't seen our families, the people we know, we grew up with, and it's just a lot of them would just actually suffer from that. So shout out to those people.
Shout out to the international kids.
What is one message of encouragement to your fellow ANU students?
Easy peasy. We are the best bloody city in all of Australia and in all of the world, and there is no place I would rather be in lockdown than right here in Canberra City.
We're not Sydney, so...
Get vaccinated and it'll be over soon. We hope.
Keeping in contact, even when we can't see each other physically, would be the most important message. Reaching out to people.
Talk as much as we can to the people we know.
Join the Zoom events. They're genuinely really cool.
Reach out to your SR, your CCs.
We can get a little bit of support from others.
Yeah, even if you think that you're alone or they're people who, there's not a whole lot of people you can reach out to, they're 100% in.
There are so many support services at ANU and also in the general Canberra region, which will be always there to help you out. You just need to reach out.
We're all in this together.
We have a really strong community.
And we'll get through it and see each other at the end. Stay safe.